All right, and here we are, 93% complete. One final tier to complete to claim that remaining 20 gold. And of course, the last cup race, my car does not quite meet the PR requirement yet. So let's see. We'll start with the speed record and elimination first, the ones that does not require PR. With the 21 upgrades, of course, I would need to get that tires and wheels upgrade, the gold upgrade, to bring my PR up to meet the requirement. But for now, so if you've run this series and won this car last time to win this car, then you can stop after 75% completion and just claim 30 gold as a net gain, or you can try to do all 15 tier 100% completion by spending 48 gold in your tires and wheels upgrade, and then essentially get the tires and wheels upgrade for free plus 2 gold. So that is those are two options if you have already won this car through the limited time series from the last version, and if you haven't upgraded the car since. Let's see. And at the rate that I'm going here, it seems like I may as well just get that final upgrade and get it done and over with, right? Yeah, I'll probably do that. But let's push this car to its limit with what we've got. A pretty easy speed record there, obviously, with a fully serviced car. When the car is in red, we've had a couple of goals where I needed to do some bot training towards the later tiers. But for the most part, you can run through this without breaking a sweat. So, all right, and then this most likely is going to be a rolling start since it's an elimination at Daytona, and it is. All right. If I go off track there, I think I might have just a little bit clipped the edge corner there. And let's see, should we just run it, or should we do play a roadblock game? It was a road course, right? So not the motorcycle course, which we would make a sharp right just on that corner we passed. Everybody's lining up on the inside here. Let's see, anybody coming out through the outside? No? Alright. Well, that makes playing blockade a bit easier. By the way, if you are wondering why I do my elimination races the way I do, I have explained this in previous elimination race at some point, but if you missed that, I'll explain to you why. The amount of service bars taken out at the end of the race depends on mainly on the distance you cover. So obviously, if you're playing a game of blockade, you cover a lot less distance than you would otherwise. So by blocking the traffic and just minimizing the amount of distance that you travel in a given race, basically what you're doing is you're saving up on your service bars. So you can run more races without getting caught in red. So that's my logic. And let's see, I want to say one service bar, like one green block, is about the equivalent of a kilometer run. So if you run 2 kilometers, I think it takes 2 bars out, assuming that you're running relatively clean, not going off track and crashing and doing all that. Because obviously when you do that, more service bars are taken out. But when you're playing this game of blockade, it really does not take out too many bars. So as long as you keep those the distance of travel to the minimum. Obviously certain tracks are easier to do that at, like Melbourne is pretty easy to do, and Porsche test track is not too bad, especially the dynamic circuit. But the more open the circuit is, more difficult it is to pull one of those things off. So Daytona, I think of it as being a little bit more on the open end, even though the interior section is a little bit obviously narrower. But there's nothing like a barrier that's, playing the hard block. So that one I did cover a fair bit of distance in that elimination at Daytona. But here we are, the one final race. And of course, I could just stop here and just walk off with 30 gold that I've already claimed, or I could jump in, get the upgrades done to reach the PR 66.9, and as you can see, the cheapest way to go is getting that final tires and wheels upgrade for 48 gold, which would net me 2 gold for the entire race, plus this one essentially free tires and wheels upgrade. Brakes, yeah, more expensive and not enough PR boost, so that's not gonna do it. Exhaust, I think, is the same story as tires and wheels, except I think it was exactly 50 gold, right? Yeah. So with the exhaust, you'll basically break even, just get a free exhaust service upgrade for running through the championship. Suspension, once again, doesn't quite give you the enough PR boost, even though it is more expensive at 80 gold. And I think it's 85 gold for drivetrain upgrade. That final tier does get your PR up to 66.9, but obviously that's a bit more expensive. And then engine, 215 gold, and that's the last tier upgrade, and it doesn't quite get us our PR up to the target either. So obviously the choice is kind of clear here, go with the tires and wheels upgrade. So let's do this, and we'll think of it as breaking even with that upgrade. And in the meantime, we got a Grand Prix 3-lapper here in Dubai. Nice twilight rendering, very picturesque. Doesn't always make it the easiest to race it, but certainly a lot easier than, say, like morning race at Le Mans or something like that. So at least visibility wise, there is no like hindrance there. Let's see, let's get up to the, whoa dude, wrong way, jolted. traffic, getting through the traffic, claim the first place. And let's see, get familiar with the track this first time around. It's a relatively grippy car, but okay, that was probably poor angle. Probably could have obviously understeering there, going off track. And I have a feeling, yeah, I totally missed the braking point there and missing my lead, so that's no good. But we should be able to reclaim the lead pretty easily. Let's not miss this braking point. Yeah, overall, this Jaguar, pretty good grip. Let's see. Fortunately, I cannot really say that about some other Jaguars in the game that are rather slippery. So this one, definitely one of the more grippier cars in the game, for sure. And certainly maxing out the tires and wheels upgrade, I'm sure, helps as well. Oh, that's some serious skidding there. Losing a bit of speed and time. Really testing out the grip on this car here. Alright, 30 seconds and through the sector 1, the first checkpoint. Alright, this time I'll try to stay on track. There we go. And I will try to not miss the braking point. A little too early there. So yeah, considering this car is relatively grippy, I obviously did not need to brake so early. Okay, so I missed the second checkpoint time. It's somewhere before that long straight in the last bit. But obviously I'm coming in pretty slow here. Nearly 140. Let's see if we can do any better in this final lap. With just 3 laps, I don't think I'll quite run into the traffic, because this is relatively large. I mean, it's a Grand Prix circuit, so you know, at least I should not be lapping anybody. If I do, I would say I have overdone it a bit with bot training. Alright, so first checkpoint slightly better, 0.3 of a second better or so. Completing at 29.7 and change. And let's go a little bit deeper this time around. The green on the left widens, braking about that banner. Was it the Speed Rush banner? Okay, that's about a point where you should be braking. Not any earlier and probably not any later. And here's the second checkpoint, 102. So can I get it under 130? I doubt it. Can I get it under 135? I don't know, we'll see. And if you're wondering where I'm getting these numbers from, well, generally considering each sector should be somewhat close in the amount of time it takes. But obviously, took me longer in that final sector, 137. So, let's see, the last sector took what, 35 seconds? Second sector took maybe 33 seconds. First sector took about 29 seconds, something like that. So yeah, using those checkpoint timer, can really help you sort out which sector to focus on in improving your racing line and whatnot. Anyway, that does it. Puts the car in red, 3 laps there in Grand Prix circuit, solidly in red. So let's get that serviced, since I believe this is a car that we're going to need for this week's weekly time trial competition as well. So, alright, so that extra brakes and, not brakes, tires and wheels upgrade should at least help me out in that aspect as well. Hopefully I can get a reasonably good record this week. But in the meantime, here's the final upgrade scheme to bring your PR up to the required 66.9, 5 on engine and 3 across the board except for exhaust with just a 2. So there we go. So if you are still running through the series, good luck. It shouldn't give you any trouble, I don't think. I mean, limited time series fairly straightforward. Yeah, so just have to grind it out a bit. So there we go, 20 gold. Congratulations, you have just completed Jaguar XE SV Project 8 Championship. Alright, there we go, the final gold trophy. Alright, so now up next we got those 2018 VA Supercar Limited Time Series coming up. So I already posted the video regarding how you can get a bit of a head start on racing, at least getting some upgrades get started. So I'll probably make the next set of videos in that Supercars exhibition series. So we'll see you there, but for now, take care.